Yo yo, the Coal Collective is back on tour, and this time in the heart of the Haute-Savoie for a lesser known climb that up until a few years ago may have only been frequented by the odd marmot and mountain biker. Discovered and uncovered by the Tour de France in 2020, the race is back this year, and that's exactly why I've decided to pay it a visit, to see if I can unlock some beauty from within the jaws of this relentless and unpredictable beast. Now, I'd normally like to cover a climb in its entirety, but since the first 20 kilometres are pretty much like any other typical ski station ascent, around 7 to 8% gradient, I wanted to get a little bit more up close and personal and find out exactly what the latter part's like, which is what makes this climb so fearsome. So while I fuel up and meander my way towards Méribel for the real start, why don't you sit back, relax, and get ready for cycling's new kid on the block, the one and only Col de la Loze. Right then people, we got 20 k's in the legs in the valley, climbing up to 1643 meters, so quite the ascent in itself, but this is where the Loze really starts. We've got 7 k's to the top, topping out just over 2,300 meters as well. Méribel in the distance, that's a far cry from where we've been, all eyes on the road ahead, that's where we're going, let's get after it. That's the first kilometre in the legs, first proper kilometre anyway. Worryingly, it's quite easy, 6–7%, a little bit undulating, up and down. Quite a nice start actually in this forest, plenty of shelter out the summer sun. I've got a funny feeling it's going to get a whole lot harder. There we go, we've got our first little kicker above 10% with 6k to go, but then it just tapers back, gives yourself a little chance to catch your breath. Staying in this forest is continually undulating up and down, still not too tough though. Ks to go, 1,893 meters, and that last kilometre was absolutely all over the place. We had pitches up to 16% and little plateaus just to catch your breath. Nice little zigzag section as well to make it feel like we're gaining altitude. 11% for this next K, and right out in the open, we've got a feeling the legs and the lungs are about to start to burn. We're at 12.5%, just approaching 2,000 meters elevation, and the gradient is constantly dipping and diving. You can see in the winter time this is a ski piste. It's a beautiful ride, but it's so hard to get a rhythm on. Fortunately, we got the cowbells just singing to us like the symphony of the mountain to keep us company. It's relentless. The last 3 Ks have averaged 10, 11 and 12%. There's no respite. It doesn't seem like there's any sign of it letting up either. Holy smoke. 18 to 19%. And by the looks of things, as we round this left-hander, we're going to hit the wall again. Literally another steep section. Ay, ay, ay. Just cresting that 20% section, just over 2 Ks to go. That's a long old climb. You definitely got to keep some left in the tank after climbing up all the way from the valley. And when we're hit with these vicious and irregular pitches all the way, it really is a killer for the legs. We're at 2,155 meters, got about 1.5 Ks to go. Gradient's pitching up again. Cadence is starting to slow. Breathing's getting a bit heavier as well. Oh, what a view. Chasing daylight, regular occurrence here at the Cold Collective. What a climb. It's an absolute monster, but if you keep the persistence, you definitely get a big reward. This is why we ride. 500 meters to go. We got this last plateau section. Enjoy that last bit of sunshine as well. But if I look ahead of me, looks like we got one last wall to get over. That's about 1,000 or more pitches on this 7K section alone. Never the same gradient twice. Just to finish things off in style, I reckon we're going to be well into double figures, if not into 20%. We made it 2,304 meters just before sunset as well. It's just dipping on the peaks ahead of me. The air up here is pretty sparse, so I think the riders in the Tour de France are going to have their work cut out at the end of the race. What a way to finish. Is it the best climb in the Alps? Well, that's obviously open to interpretation, but with 7Ks completely free from traffic and picture postcard views all the way, I gotta say it's definitely up there with the best of them, if not top of the step. Just look at that. Wow, absolutely magnificent.